ซิลอะ
Do you wash the fabrics when you do something after reading it?
Washing you can wash by machine everything but only use shampoo or the soap that is not for use for the washing
For the washing.
but you can use the machine
I see.
I
ขอโทษค่ะ
I do by machine
Yeah, sure, because I see that they are softer than they, yeah.
this is I sell knit hem
Uh-huh.
get a knit hem you see the fit
Yes.
big giant is
Yeah.
hem
Yeah. Yeah.
but different color this three color for like it and three color for the ceiling
How the width? And how many meters can you? Depends on the.
because I normally I make only 10 again. Because it's next month I have to go to Sydney for the time to see over there because the time I have to go over there. And we can
Sure, sure.
next month we have invite from Thai embassy in Australia. And we can have it. But no longer than this for export to Australia. 500 yards.
And it's mainly used for garments or it's used also for home decoration?
Both of them, for the phone, for the Kim from China, no.
I like that you have this softer
Yeah,
texture because
we
most
mix-
of
we mix
the
them.
traditional fabrics are quite stiff and it's difficult to use and I mean from
It depends on the material that we use. From factory material we use the low
yeah,
quality.
low quality. Yeah. And you are using here is also from Thailand.
From Thailand. แล้วเมื่อวานคนที่ประการน้ำใช่ปะประการไม่รู้จักเครื่องอย่างน้ำไม่รู้ประการก่อนเอาพิซซ่าก่อนคือพิซซ่าก่อนได้เดือนประการที่ได้เดือนเดียว
Yes.
You bring me for the country.
Yeah.
You know how this that's from
I
from
see.
the
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to buy, okay, let's up to you. Let me make for is like that. I make sample for your service.
No, you know the objective of the
เพิ่งมาถึงเหมือนกัน
meeting that we had in these days and the meeting with the producer is to find a way of really making silk more modern, updated in the color and the textures and also the combination with the other fibers because the Thai Textile Institute wants to make a special promotion about especially the blend using silk together with other fibers and
Okay, this okay. That is the one of the mix now. The
Yeah.
fiber within. But we have another fiber over there. So many from pineapple.
pineapple as well.
Everything over there.
Yeah, yeah.
About 5
Different bamboo.
bamboo we have two bamboo.
Uh-huh.
Bamboo we have two. We have a rayjon now. Rayjon is very nice, no?
Yeah, I think so because it's a new way of looking at silk, not just 100%, but giving an added value to silk and the natural fiber and innovating in the direction which the market is looking for at the moment. Because in Europe and USA as well, everybody is really looking for new blends, naturalness, things which last longer. The quality has to be a very interesting quality, new things. And I like, I was explaining them yesterday, that I feel that in Thailand we have a special feeling for colors and for color combinations. And the samples I see here are a very good example of what your personal feeling is, how to combine the colors and so on. So it's something which has to be promoted, but innovated through the use of more fibers than just the silk. Because from a general point of view, 100% silk is very expensive, and so the market is looking also for some alternatives. If you combine with hemp, with linen or cotton, you can balance the price a little bit more and change a little bit of the product as well.
Because this program, this project for the modern Thai silk
Yes,
has to be some yarn.
Yes, yes.
But it's very difficult, because some yarn is the quality when we mix with the silk, it's difficult to figure out how it's
And the fabric when it comes out is some cannot control the quantity.
I see. But this one with hemp is beautiful.
With
hemp is good.
With hemp and the linen and so on, I think
But
it's...
he do it long time.
Yeah. It's definitely also a very special touch. It's not so obvious. It's really
and then the
touch
problem must be think about the media Aditya, right? Aditya, the color. Now we have to start to think about the color first.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that this kind of fabric, you looking for
Yes, this is exactly what the project is, because the idea is to present during important exhibitions and fairs, but giving a new look to the traditional type of silk. Because what people think is Thai silk is stiff, is traditional type of jacquards and design. It's placed motifs, and on the contrary, I believe myself that it's important to show that it's also very modern, can be very updated to the taste of the consumers today,
This is new design from us. Look at this.
Wow.
You can see anywhere for this product.
this one is very nature.
This is the natural color of
Is
silk.
that right? Natural, everything without dyeing.
No
It's
chemical.
a dream.
And then is special for this product.
Yeah.
Princess Linton given this his name.
Yeah.
Under her
Thai
name.
yellow sin silin.
Beautiful.
Only here in Bangkok to do this weaving this product.
And there is enough yarn available for this quality. You can find easily supply of the material. It's
No problem.
beautiful. I mean, so look at that.
This is an idea for
The
this country.
draping and it's a fantastic material.
Yeah. This is the ivory for the black cow. But when we use this yarn, in another color for the black cow, use it with the black.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
It makes
black.
a changing
Change
color.
the color, right.
Absolutely beautiful.
And we start from make a fashion in Japan for this
well, Japanese will like this type of fabric because it's also in their culture, the pleated, the draping, and so on. It's sleek and wow.
ใครเห็นก็ว้าวทุกคน
พิเศษมาก
แต่กรมหม่อนไหมแม่งไม่
Can I
ว้าว
take a photo?
Yes, yes, okay, we use. You can too.
We start design the material, the yarn, drilling, and becoming. All
Okay,
process.
you should make some for design for
It's fantastic,
yeah,
yes.
and you can
Really,
bring it to
it's really a fantastic material.
This all handmade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the combination is also beautiful.
It's okay for
It's
the
okay.
combination.
Yeah, as I can as well, for sure.
เป็นไงวะโอเคไหมบ้านที่
We start out from we start from this an idea from the people keep all the Thai people keep.
Uh-huh. And how many?
we have 6 rooms here.
6.
6 rooms and most of the workers we have 6 workers but now we have only 3. Some of them go to this house, her house, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we start complaining about her house.
Family and so on. I see.
And now we have 3 workers.
Uh-huh.
But all of them very old, more than 60 years. The worker from
And can you
we have this sort of
exercise younger
But
people?
younger must be about 40 or 50.
Uh-huh.
Younger we cannot do.
Because no, I know the problem because
Yes.
I do a lot of knitting myself and I have a knitting laboratory in my studio and it's so difficult to find young people wanting to work on the machine. When the older ladies go pension, then I have a
Same
problem.
problem with every country.
It's very difficult. So now what I have done, I have reorganized, so I have some electronic machinery as well. And then the younger, they want to learn how to use the computer to program and to work on the machine, because then they eventually they can find also job in the industry later, you know. So then this is good, but all what's done by hand, it's really very complicated. It's really we have the same problem. We are losing in Italy too all what was the craftsmanship and the creation we do by hand while you are working. It's really very difficult. The young people are not passionate enough to learn, and everything has to be quick. Yeah, that's the problem. It's really beautiful collection. My compliments. You have fantastic things and colors and even this one, the black one, beautiful with the texture. Do you think that you are going on developing more the blends? Because this is the objective to have more materials in this direction. And you have the whole documentation about the trends and the stories. So I think that there is a lot to do also by using the fancy yarn with the fine color effects. Absolutely. It's beautiful. It's really, simple, but with the idea of the fancy yarn. It's special. And
policy made what policy for this for the trend of this year.
Yeah,
This
the
color,
orange.
the orange.
Yeah, the coral.
like sunshine
Yeah. No, I think that really in Italy too today people want to do this and feel that there is something happening. Yeah, that's the point. You know, the touch has become so important that really you like feeling that there is a relief, there is a movement. You almost understand the structure, not looking but touching.
Touching.
And it's a pleasure to have something on the body like that, which is not just flat and it's not just plain type of things.
เจอแบบนี้ได้ด้วยค่ะ
No, this is I mean,
ออก
it's
แบบตั้งแต่
incredible. It's
ชาวบ้านทำเสร็จ
incredible.
เลย
It's
การ
such
สาว
an
การลอก
incredible
กาว
quality.
อันนี้ทอมือหรือทอเครื่อง
ทอมือนะครับ
นี่ทำมือหมดเลย
นี่ทอที่คุณนิพนธ์เนี่ยยินดี
It's fantastic.
ออกแบบ
And
อย่าง
it's
สุด
for it's what we were talking yesterday together, no? To introduce these new materials, but with very special type of garments, which are not intended to please the designer, but to enhance the quality of the fabric. That's a difference, I like when doing the promotion of fabric, is the fabric you have to put on the catwalk. It's not the garment. The garment is in the second moment because it's only to bring out the quality and the characteristic of the material. So I think that this is a perfect wide skirt. I can imagine. It's so beautiful. So beautiful.
ความพลิ้วของผ้านี่ออกแบบตั้งแต่
Very exclusive type of material. Absolutely. Yeah.
You can feel and you touch.
You feel it, and when you touch it, you have a question mark.
Yeah.
What is this? And it's not synthetic, it's natural, but what? It's so unexpected. In the moment from Japan, we one material which is very successful are the paper yarns. And they have not so far away from this touch. It's also very interesting, and it's it's part of the Japanese culture, of course.
โอเคหนึ่งสองสามหนึ่งสองสามโอเคครับ
Okay, thank you. It's wonderful.
ครับพี่
this we are connect the production
นี่
Yes,
ทำสูตร
sir.
สวย
we are thinking and now we are want to
ยังรู้
choose
Yes, sir.
young
Yeah.
I control
นี่
ask
ต
the
องออกฟอง
farmer to control how to
To
rearing
yeah,
control
yeah.
and
คนมาบ้านผมนะ
becoming process
ตั้งใจจะมาซื้อสักชิ้นหนึ่งอะไรเป็น
ไม่ได้
control
เอาหมด
how
เลย
to build
คน
แล้ว
ละ
อย่าง
สิบ
นี้ขายยังไงอ่ะ
เรียกขายละพัน
we are
หลายละพัน
connected production process
But this is really something very exclusive because I haven't seen any
ก็
other
ประมาณ11 เม็ด
similar type of fabric
When
yet.
you-
So it's really very special.
11 เม็ด
แล้วเอาไปโชว์ตัวป้ายอย่างเดียว
ไปครับเสร็จแล้วเดี๋ยวเขาจะเอาไปโชว์ที่ฝรั่งเศสอะไร
แล้วเราจะทำเป็นชุดนะคะ
ไม่เป็นผ้าอย่างเดียว
เป็นผ้าอย่าง
เป็น
เดียว
ผ้าอย่างเดียวครับโครงการ
แล้วสีที่ได้ไปเป็นสีอะไรคะ
ขึ้นอยู่
โจ
กับ
ทย์
กับทางเขาจะออกแบบปีนี้มันเป็นอยุธยามันจะเป็นสีเราเรียกอยุธยา When you think about the อยุธยา ancient
Yes.
we must think about the brick right
It's
color,
it's
brick.
especially the pink,
Pink.
fuchsia, violet, very pale pink as well, and I see. Yes, and yes, purple, yeah, purple, and and I see them always with a little bit of a very pale gold effect. So silk in a gold color, but very very pale, or ivory as well. So to make them look very poetic. And this is my feeling about that.
The trend.
And also the other point when I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking something where I can introduce some transparency as well, which might be introducing some transparent polyamide maybe. And the polyamide you can have also in trilobal, which is very, 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 very shiny effect. So instead of putting metallic, which would not be so good for the quality of this, but having the translucent, the mother of pearl effect, and so on, also with a modern fiber, why not? I think that if it's only a small detail, a small percentage, not so much, but it could give really a movement on the surface of the fabric. Yeah.
ใช้เวลาทอกี่เดือนคะถ้าเป็นอย่างนี้ตามโจทย์
If you like, I can show you the samples and the fabrics.
Let me see. ก็ประมาณของผมถ้าเปิด10 กว่าหลาเนี่ยประมาณ 2-3 วันก็เสร็จแล้วมันขึ้นอยู่กับลายจะออกพอยากพอไม่ยาก
แล้วที่เขาพูดอย่างนี้เนี่ย
โอ้นี่
พอ
เป็นโจทย์เป็นที่นั่นมากเลยเพราะมันมิกซ์หลายอย่างมิกซ์หลายอ
นะคะ
ย่าง
มิกซ์อะไรบ้างคะโพลีเอสเตอร์
มันก็แล้วแต่เราจะเอาใส่กันไป
Polyester is not good. Polyester I don't think.
หรือว่าพวกดิ้นเงินดิ้นทอง
มีดิ้นที่ผมมีดิ้นด้วยแล้วก็สีขาวที่ใส่ไป
I'm thinking about polyamide, but a special polyamide, not to make it with the normal synthetic fibers. It should be something very special. And I'm thinking about materials like this is a polyamide on the surface. So it gives you this very special iridescent effect. And look here, just a little bit, not so much. Just, you see how it works with the light. And this is the idea. It doesn't need, we don't want synthetic blends. We want silk. And we want silk with other fibers as well. But introducing, forget the design. You can make the design you like. But I like the idea of having here and there, you see, just a light. And when you move the fabric, you will have a special reflection on the surface.
อันนี้มันต้องใช้
No, this is
ได้หลายสีใช่ไหม
ไอตัวเนี่ยจะเปิดอย่างพวกเราต้องใช้
yeah.
นึกก่อนเลยใช้อะไรเข้าไปแทนเพราะมันคล้ายๆมันคือไหม3ก็ได้ไหมขี้ไหมก็ได้อันนี้มันต้องรู้สึกสั่นขึ้น
ต้องไปดีไซน์เส้นใยอีกที
ไม่เส้นใยมีแล้วจะให้สีมันขึ้นมาแบบลักษณะนี้ใน
This
การ
is
ทอเราก็ต้อ
the
ง
paper yarn I was mentioning. By using a fine and a coarser, and this is paper, but could be silk, and this one as well, or cotton or linen. Important is that you have a completely different, as you have in these ones, one very fine and one coarser, and then you can play with the texture.
This one.
บางมากเลยเหมือนผ้าแขกเลย
Yeah,
เนาะ
the color is absolutely perfect. Gives you this gold effect, but then a fine gauzy material.
I can do this if you want the message.
Yeah.
อันนี้ใช้ครบ
อันนี้เหมือนผ้าแขกนะ
2ผ้าแขกเหมือนกันนี่กันเพื่อคล้ายๆที่เราเป็นเส้น
This
ใหญ่
is this is the trilobal polyamide. You see, and when you put it together. It's very, very fine, and when you put it together on the fabric, you have this reflection of the light.
มันมีเงาอยู่ในตัวเนาะ
ไม่ใช่ภาพ
มันเป็นเปลือกไหมอะคะหรือว่าเป็นเส้นดิ้นเงิน
เส้นดิ้นเส้นดิ้นผสม
โอ้นี่ดิ้นทองผสมสวยมากเลย
And this is very in the same feeling as you are doing
Ni
with
ko la iet
with
kwa,
the
no?
fancy yarns and so on. Yeah. And this one, on the contrary, is also
wow.
interesting in my opinion because you need some elastic material in the background. And if you ask Dr. Chanchai, they have developed already an elastic silk yarn with some lycra in between. And when you give the steam, the elastic yarn goes inside, and the relief of the surface gets very interesting as well. And here is by
มันดูทันสมัยนะ
using silk with some wool, so that you have the matte and shiny effect which comes out.
อันนี้เขาได้เครื่องนี่คือแมชชีนนะพี่ถึง
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ดูออกยังไง มันแน่น
ไม่
กว่า
คือไม่ใช่แน่นกว่าคือถ้าเกิดพอมีทำอย่างนี้ไปแล้ว
อ๋อ
มันทำไม่ได้อะ
And I think that it's good, it's beautiful because you have this effect. It's really changing from shiny and matte, so it looks like moving.
What is this thing what you calling
Is paper.
Yeah.
Is a polyester.
Polyester,
But
right,
it's
yeah.
called a paper because it looks
just
like
fine,
paper. It's flat. It's not twisted.
yes
You see, it's a flat material.
ได้ค่ะ โอเคได้ค่ะ